Hello everybody and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 2013. Last time we had recorded a video, we had talked about trying to get into some silage, and that's exactly what I'm going to finally do for you here today. Currently I have been mowing the lawns over at, fields 13? So I've got a bunch of grass now in my forage trailer back here, and I've been doing that because we're going to take this whole trailer over to, I think it's called the bio plant or something along those lines. I don't know the exact name of the biochemical plant or something like that. We're going to take this whole entire trailer and we're going to drop it into one of the silos over there, and then from there we're going to bring over our front loader that we have never used, that we really didn't know what to use it for. Well, now I do. I've been doing some research on the wikis and whatnot and figured out how to accomplish, and right there's where we need to go, by the way, how to accomplish getting into the liquid manure a little bit more effectively, efficiently, timely manner, and all that fun stuff. So, with all that said and done, I think I even own this field here. Yes, I do. I've never planted anything on this. Yeah, I sure do own this field. Wow. Alright, I've never planted anything here yet. Alright, oh, looks like my sugar beet harvesters are full over there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull into our little bio plant here, and then I'll show you guys exactly how the whole silage thing works. So we're going to cruise around to this side right over here, because this one is closer to the plant itself. So we're going to pull into this side, just like this. And then we're going to back our forage trailer right into our silo here. These little cement wall barriers. Just like this. And then we're going to unload our wagon there. Just like that. See? Just like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to mow some more lawns. And then I'm going to come back when we've got quite a bit more, because I think as of right now, let's see what we've currently got in here. Fill level's only at 8%, so it's not too bad. We've got 0% compacting, which is fine. We don't want to compact it just yet, but our fill level's only 8%, so we can put a lot more into this. So I'm going to go get a little bit more, and I'll stop the video here. Then when we come back, I will run a couple more trailers over there, and then we'll start compacting it when we get to that point. So we'll be right back. Alright, so we're back at our mega field over here of grass. We've got our super duper pooper scooper amazingly large lawnmower here that is putting it into the swath paths, which are perfect for our forage wagon. This is the most productive way to mow grass. I had the other one connected to the forage wagon over there just to kind of show you guys where I was going to be taking the grass when I'm done. But if you guys can afford it, this is definitely the much more effective way of mowing your lawns and getting them all, because this machine puts it all in one single path just like this. That way you can just drive over it with your forage wagon, pick it all up in a more effective manner than mowing it with the smaller mowers and making several passes over and over and over again, and then having to go back with the forage wagon for the second time and then collect it all, or having to have 2 or 3 different people and farm hands and collect it. So this is definitely a far more productive way of doing it, especially when we're going to be doing the silage right now. And we've got a stray hay bale sitting out there in the field right there. Interesting. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to continue to mow these fields here, make a couple of lines. Excuse me, gonna make a couple of lines here. And then after we're done, I don't think this is going to fill up the trailer though, because it takes a lot of grass to make this silage that we're trying to do. And I've only got, what, 3 rows and a couple, maybe 1 or 2 rows, maybe even 1 over there. So we might just get another trailer full, but you know what, that's perfectly fine. I just want to get enough just to show you, roughly what the whole point of this biochemical plant thing, or this plant that we're going to be doing. Because what's going to happen is, excuse me, is we're going to take it to the plant. We're going to drop it in the bins, and then we're going to compact it. Once it's 100% compacted, then we're going to tarp it. I'm really sorry, I had to pause it again. I kept losing my voice. But we're going to tarp it, and then we're going to let it ferment for 2 days. And unfortunately, you can't speed up the time when fermenting it. And then from there, after it's all done fermenting, we're going to take the tarp back off of it, or blanket, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to use the front end loader to haul it from the silo over to the plant, which will process it into liquid manure. So it's a pretty simple and easy process. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe instead of turning it into liquid manure, I think we can just take the material and feed it right to the cows. So we'll have to try that out as well. But it looks like I'm just about done here mowing this. We'll make one more pass over to that one section just over there. Let's turn this off here. Alright, so let's come over here. Let's lift our mowers up real quick. Now we can drive a little faster. Go ahead and lower our mowers. Turn them on. And then we'll finish mowing this last line here. Looks like we got one more line. And then we'll use the forage trailer, pick it all up, and then we'll come back again once we've got everything mowed and foraged. And like I said, I think what I'm going to do is, I think you have 2 ways to use that plant. I believe you can use it for turning it into liquid manure, or you can use that fermented stuff to actually feed to the cows. I'm not too sure. But I think that might also be incorrect, because I think you actually have to mix with the machine for the cows to make them more productive. But at the same time, that's a lot of work just to feed the cows, just to increase their yield. And I've got, let's see, how many do I have here? I've got 80 cows currently right now, so I think we'll be okay on that aspect. Let's turn this off. Let's go ahead and fold this thing up since we're done for now. And let's take it off the field. Get it out of the way. I love this machine. This is like the best, freaking coolest lawnmower I've ever seen in the entire world. Okay, so let's jump out of this, and then we'll jump into this piece of equipment here. Turn on our forage wagon. And then from here, we should be able to start picking up all of our stuff and then start loading. We'll see what one pass does as far as how much we get in our trailer. As soon as I can line it up here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, we're only halfway and we've got about, what, 3%, 4%. So I don't think we're going to get a whole trailer load off of this field, unfortunately. It takes a lot of grass to take over there. A lot of grass, that's for sure. But anyway, I'll cut the video here again. I'll finish picking all this up with the forager, and then by the time I come back, hopefully we'll have at least enough of a trailer load to show you guys the whole compacting process and tarping, and then we'll go from there. So we'll be right back again. Alright, so we just got done foraging our field. We got 97% full, not quite a full trailer load, but you guys can see, looks like about one field will give us about 2 trailer fulls. So to effectively fill up one of these silos, you can see how large these silos are and how much grass. I mean, there's what, 4 silos? That's a lot of grass that you can put over here. So I think in order to be, like, you know, really, really productive with this, you would need to have a lot of very, very large fields dedicated to doing the grass for you. Because as you guys can see, like, I don't have a lot of grass here. That's just one field, 2 trailer loads worth. So we're going to just back this up to this pile here, and you'll see why I'm doing it this way in just a second. I'm just going to back this up here, and then we'll dump it off just like this. Kind of spread it out like this. Just like that. See, now we're only at 17% filled. That's pretty low, but it's enough for me to show you what I want to show you guys. Alright, so we're going to pull this tractor right on over here. We're going to park it, and then I'm going to show you the whole compacting process here. Alright, so let's jump into our front end loader here so we can do some compacting. Alright, so you guys can see when I pull up to it here. Right about here. See, it's compacting. 27% was compacted, fill level. We're at 104,000 grass, 17%. And simply compacting it It's just by driving over it. See, I'm at 38%, 40%, 50% just by driving over it. This is compacting it. That's all you've got to do to compact it. But since I have so little of it, it's going to compact very, very, very... See, it's smashing down? That's all you've got to do. See? That's all you've got to do. Now you see the option up there to blanket the silo. So, in order to do that, all you got to do is just come right on up to it after we've got it compacted. Then you hit the R key. Let's get a little bit away from it here. There we go. Hit R, and just like that, the whole silo gets blanketed. Now it's fermenting. See how it's at 0% right now on fermenting? That's all there is to it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to finishing. So I'm going to park this here. So now we've got ourselves our very first entire silo of silage fermenting. We've got it blanketed. It's now cooking, or whatever it is you want to do. And then we're going to come over here while that's doing its thing, and then we're going to check on our sugar beets here, because it looks like our harvesters are full. So let's make sure that they're not. Looks like they are. Yeah, they look like they're pretty full. So let's go grab a couple of tractors. Yeah, he's at 80%, so we can actually keep him going. So let's fire that guy up and keep him running real quick. What about this guy? Oh, he's at 93%, so we can get him going. And then now I've just got to find where the heck my... There they are. Looks like I got 2 trailer tractors over here that we can go grab. And then I'll finish doing this. Let's see, I don't think you can check your fermenting over here. Doesn't look like you can. Let's see. Prices, finances, statistics... Sheep's productivity, chickens owned, wheat storage balance, cows owned productivity, liquid manure, feeding straw, milk. Doesn't look like there's any sort of a fermenting. Yeah, it doesn't look like you can check your fermenting. So I think what I'll have to do is I will finish harvesting the rest of these sugar beets so they don't go bad, and then I'll try and see if speeding up time helps out for that fermenting process. And then we'll go from there. So I'll be right back yet again. Alright, so we're just about done. My sugar beet harvester is 4-wheeling over local traffic to finish up this field here. We're going to go ahead and pick up what we've got left, and then we're going to go back and check on the fermenting process to see exactly where we are. So let's get the rest of these sugar beets that he's got here real quick before he murders any more of my local pedestrians and public that live on my farm. Okay, he's empty, so he should be good to run the rest of this. And as you guys can see, I was at, what, 30,000 or so. So sugar beets are not exactly money makers, or they do give a lot, though, as far as how many they give you. But they're not going to make you rich in this game by any means. See, it's just not a whole lot of money. So we'll park this guy off to the side here. Just like this. And then we're going to see if we can't get into, let's see, where is our, that'll work. Okay, so our fermenting now is at 24%, 25%. So that's actually not too bad. So let me make sure I don't have any other fields that are growing here, so that way I don't kill them off. It's just the grass. Looks like field 35 has something. Oh, I think that's grass as well. Okay, yeah, that's over by the cows. So we're good. We're not going to kill anything off. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So let me try speeding up time, and we'll see if fermenting speeds up at all. I've got it sped up to 120 times, and fermenting is not going any faster. So, by the looks of it, fermenting is not scaled by time, so it's just actual 2 full in-game days. So that's not really going to do us any good, so we'll drop that back down to normal. And then what I'll do is kind of show you guys a little bit. I've got $161,000 right now. Let's see if there's anything we need in the shop while we're waiting for fermenting here, because if not, if it doesn't go any faster, I'll have to cut it again and then come back and show you. Okay, so as far as stuff that we're going to need from here, let's see, this is transporting. Okay, let's see. These are our forage wagons, right? Yeah, so we've already got one of those, so we're good on those things. We're definitely going to need to get into the baling technology again so that way we can start making straw. Because straw is one of the things that we're going to need for feed for the cows for this machine here. See, it's the mixing of grass, chaff, and straw for cows to feed. So we're going to need to figure out how to get chaff. And in order to get chaff, it's by planting corn and then going back over it and picking up all the stuff that's left over from the corn or maize. Straw obviously is getting the hay bales and breaking them down into straw into the silos over by the cows, and then we all know how to get grass, so that's not too bad. Let's see, tractors. It looks like we've almost got one of everything here. We're just missing that tractor there. We're missing that one, that one. I guess there is a few that I don't have. We're missing that one. And that's another one of my goals. I want to have at least one of everything. Let's see. This is the Weedman shovel or bucket. Sure, we don't have one of those. Sure, we don't have one of those. I just love just wasting all my money on stuff I really am never going to use or don't need. Sure, we'll buy that. Just to have it. You just never know when you're going to need one of these things. Okay, so let's see. We own all of this stuff. We don't have whatever the heck that thing is. Grass cutter. We don't have one of those. These are getting kind of expensive here. I don't have the money to blow on all that sort of stuff. Don't have those. Don't have any of those, but I don't have enough money just to get. I'm hoping to find just cheapy little things that we can just mess around with in the meantime. Let's see, we don't have a couple of these trailers here. I'm surprised. Cover tippers, cultivators. Oh, we don't have one of those or those. Wow, we're missing actually quite a bit of equipment still. I'm surprised at how much equipment we're still missing here. Fertilizer spreaders. Don't have one of those. Oh, we don't have one of those or a tank. Yeah, we're gonna have to go through whenever I get some more money and start buying all this stuff that I don't have, because I want to have at least one of everything just because. Alright, so let's check on our fermenting real quick and see what that did for us. See, we're at 33%, so about it looks like it's fermenting about 5% every 2 to 3 minutes. So what I'll do then is I will cut the video again, and then when we come back, we will see roughly. I would like to try and pick it up around 95%, 96%. That way you guys can see the unveiling process of that. So let's see. Let's go ahead and reset all of this equipment here that we just purchased, just so that way we can cluster up our main barn area for Thomas to organize, since he's been working so hard on getting all of this stuff organized. And I also purchased a few more of these ATVs because I've been getting a few more farm hands on the fields here, and everybody needs to have an ATV to get around quickly. So I purchased 3 more ATVs. I've got one up there on the roof, thanks to Robbie Wolf for parking it up there. I've also got these 3 that are down here on the ground, and if I end up needing more, I mean, if we're getting more and more farm hands that are going to join us in the episodes, then I'll buy more and more ATVs. But for now, the most I've ever had was 4 farm hands in any given video, so I think we've got plenty of it for now. But there is a lot of equipment that we're going to have to organize here. I've got oh, I need to go check on my greenhouses real quick too. Let's see how those are doing. Because last episode we were working on greenhouses, and what do we got going on here? Got trailers all crashed into all my stuff here. Okay, so it looks like we've got some healthy tomatoes going on here. Very nice. I love to just come in here and talk to them, because you've got to talk to your plants. If you want healthy, very large, award-winning maters, you got to speak to them. You got to let them know you love them. You got to caress them like this. You got to grab their stems, massage the tomatoes. That's just how it works. You have got to be productive with this sort of stuff. See, manure fill level. So see, that's the thing, is I don't know how to transport manure. Let's see. That was one of the things I was looking at last time, is I want to figure out how to transport manure. I know that there's the what are they called? the slurry tanks, but the use is to fertilize the fields with liquid manure from the cow pasture and biogas plant. Biogas, that's what it's called. The biogas plant. But the problem is, field 38 is being sold at auction. Where is field 38 at? Okay. Field 38 is way over there. That is way out of my jurisdiction on farming. Sorry. Okay, do we have any tractors here? Yes, let's take this guy real quick. I don't think I can hitch up to that slurry tanker there, but we'll try and see. Because I'm curious to see how I'm going to transport my manure and actually put it into these into my my greenhouses. See, this thing currently doesn't have any manure in it right now. So I'm wondering if we take it up there and actually fill it with manure, if this is a way. Okay, so to turn on the slurry tanker. Yeah, see, I don't want to turn it on and spread it, though. I just want to transport it. So I'm wondering if I can use this tanker to transport it and then pull up to these things like this and actually dump it off. I don't know, though, because the store, I don't think there's an actual way to transport manure. Let's see, these ones are loading and transporting. These are all chaff, grass, all that sort of stuff. Let's see. These are tractors, front loaders. Not unless I've got to scoop it. Like scoop the manure after it's fermented and then bring it all the way down here in a scoop. That's really going to take a long time. These are tippers. What about tippers? Do we have any tippers that haul manure? Transporting chaff. Potatoes, sugar beets, wheat. Okay. Sugar beets and all that fun stuff. Sugar beets. I guess there's really no trailers for hauling manure at all. Huh. None at all. Cultivators, plows, sowing machines, fertilizer, sprayers. See, these are manure spreaders, fertilizing the fields with manure. So this, I wonder, is what we're needing. It says we've already got one of these ones. So I'm wondering if we dump the manure into this thing and then use that to put it into our containers. So let's go find that trailer real quick while we're fermenting. I hate to keep cutting the video. Oh, and check this out too. I think it was last video or off camera we purchased a solar panel. But there you guys go. There's our very first solar panel. Isn't it a beauty? If you guys ever come on my farming, simulator, and you ever guys want to get a tan, just lay out on one of these things, and your farmer will get a nice tan. It's $10 an hour though. Just saying. Okay, so all of our greenhouses are doing very, very healthy, but we need liquid manure to bring in here. So let's bring this trailer back over here real quick if we can fit between all this. And I know I've got that trailer. Oops. Okay, so let's drop that. Oh, there it is right there, actually. I just can't quite. There we go. Oh, perfect. This should be our manure transporting trailer. We'll see, though, if we back up to it. Oh, this thing has got to be so picky. Alright, let's back up to it. Nice. Turn on manure spreader. So I guess this is the manure spreader. But I just don't know if this is what I need to put the manure into, and then this allows me to take it to the greenhouses. That's the only thing that I'm confused about right now. Because each of these little greenhouses here... Whoa. I just noticed something. That building's back. Strange, that building was gone earlier, and all these trees are back. It's like that map thing crashed that I had before. Interesting. Because now my greenhouses are now glitched into these buildings. I wonder if I can remove those somehow. Or move them, or relocate them. I don't know how to do that though. Let's see. Placeable greenhouse. You own 4 solar collectors. Let's see. I wonder if I can relocate these things first. Can't be placed here. I wonder if there's a way to sell this one here. Because I can place those. But how do we remove the ones we currently have? Let's see. Vehicle selection, settings, briefing, map views. So we can't actually see the greenhouses and stuff. That's what's really unfortunate here. So I don't think I can relocate these greenhouses then. Because now that other barn is back and glitched into my greenhouse, so I can't even get into this one anymore. That's a bummer. And I don't think there's a way to sell those things. Yeah, I can't even, like... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can sell... How much do I get for selling these? 12,500. So I'm going to take a hit on selling these things. Let's see, it's tomatoes. So maybe I just need to sell the 2 tomato houses and then reuse the tomato houses. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, so tomatoes, so let's sell. Oh, sweet, I can choose which one to sell. Let's sell that one. Let's sell that one. Let's sell that one and sell that one. Now that oh, there's something else right there too. It's like the circle one here, which is the herbs. So let's sell that one. Okay, I tell you what, let's sell that one as well. And then let's go back. Let's see, lettuce. We're going to sell both of those. And what we're going to do is Mithra actually was the one that told me that he came up with a pretty good plan. And he said to put all of the greenhouses in one section so that way we can kind of just drive along them all. So maybe what we'll do is we're going to sell those 2. Let's go back and let's sell these 2. And then let's try and find a nice section where we can place all of our greenhouses. So we've got a huge field here. We've got a huge field here. I'm thinking about maybe just placing all the greenhouses on this field. I think that would be probably a good idea. Because I think those are the only huge fields that I see, or that I own, that are near anything worthwhile. Because right over here, this is our sheep. But we don't own any of that stuff over there. Let's look at the map real quick here. I think it's field 35 is where we need to go to. So let's go back to purchasing. Let's see, we'll buy one of these. I gotta figure out where field 35 is here. And according to... let's see. Oh, there's the cows. Okay. So here's field 35 here. This is the field that we purchased with all of the grass and stuff. So I'm wondering if maybe I couldn't just do something like this here, where I can just use this field and say screw it, because it's such a small rinky-dink little field. So let's do this then. Let's put this house just like this. Let's see, we'll put one right there. And then we'll put one about like this. So there's 2. And then we'll go 3 right about here. And then we'll go 4 right about there. Okay, so there's 4 of those. Okay, now let's do 4 of these. We got to make sure we can get equipment in between these 2. So we need to make sure that we spread them out wide enough so that we can get tractors in between them. So that should be wide enough. So let's go 1 there. And we'll go 1 right. Okay, I got to line these up better. Let's go 1 right about there. And then about here. And then the final one here. The only reason I'm stopping here is because I don't have a whole lot of money to be buying all of these. So let's go back. And then we'll buy these guys. These ones are going to be a little bit harder to do because they're rounded. So let's see. I'm wondering, if maybe I shouldn't put these guys somewhere else for now, since these ones are kind of a pain in the butt to do, since they're rounded here. Not unless I put these ones on the corners or something like that, but that's still going to make it for a difficult way to get it all. So I think we'll skip on these guys for now, and then we'll go back to tomatoes, and then maybe we'll put another 2 tomatoes right about, if I can line this thing up. It's very hard to get these things straight. Oh my goodness, this is very difficult to do. There we go. Okay, so we'll line that one up right there, and then we'll buy another one of these, and then we'll be good for now. Maybe if I can line this up perfectly. It's gonna be all crooked still, isn't it? There we go. That'll work. Sure, why not? There we go. Okay, so now we have all of those situated. So now I'm just gonna have to drive my water tanker back up there, fill that thing back up, and then in the meantime figure out this whole tractor trailer thing as far as the manure thing goes, and then see if this is exactly what we're needing to do, because I'm not too sure how to maneuver the manure over there. Where the heck did I leave my tractor at? We should probably go back and we'll check on the fermenting as well and see roughly how that's doing. So let's go back over here and let's go check on the fermenting real quick. And 62%. Okay, so I'll cut it off here and then we'll come back after it's a little bit higher in the fermenting, and then we'll see that in action. Alright, so welcome back. We're over here at the biogas plant, and everything should have been fermented by now, and by the looks of it, our blanket is off of our grass. Looks like everything is fermented into this right now. Yes. Okay, we only have 17%, so we're not going to get a whole lot out of this, but I've been running equipment all over the place trying to get everything lined up for the finish of this final video. So the way I've got this is I've got a tractor here with a manure spreader. According to people that I've been reading, they said you can scoop manure out of these and then place them in your greenhouses. So we'll see if that proves to be true or not. So we'll jump into our front loader here. We'll drop this down just like this, and then we'll go scoop up some of our fermented manure here. Just like that. Okay, so we're all scooped up, and that took a huge chunk of my pile. I just don't have a lot of it right now. Alright, so now we're going to come right on over here to our bio plant. And then all we should have to do is tilt our bucket. Drop it all in there, just like that. There it goes, the bio plant is working. That is all there is to it. So now we should have, let's watch our statistics here. The bioplant should be working now and turning this into liquid manure. We'll wait and see though if it changes, because we're at 587 right now. And then this is the tank where we can actually get it from. We are currently at 0%, so it hasn't been transferred to here yet. So that tells me that maybe it takes a little bit for this to work that little bit. I don't know. Or maybe it just doesn't have enough of it. We could try dumping another bucket load, but I'd like to save a little bit for the trailer so we can go to the greenhouses to see if that works. So let's try it and see real quick. Let's grab another bucket full. Just like that. Okay, we have our fermented manure. Let's come back over to the plant and drop it off. Just like that. Make sure it's all out. Okay, we're all good. Okay, so I guess the plant takes some time to do that. So what we'll do then is we'll take some more of this and we'll drop it into our trailer and then see if we can't scoop it and use it for the greenhouses. Okay, let's bring it over here. We should be able to drop this into the trailer like this. If I don't knock it over. Okay, maybe. Huh. This isn't working. Okay, so maybe I can't put the fermented stuff. Maybe I've got to turn it into liquid manure first and then maybe transfer it this way? I don't know. Let's try something here. Let's make sure we've still got it. Yeah, we've still got the fermented stuff in there. The bioplant is working. I don't think there's really anything we need to do up here as far as this stuff goes. I think it all pretty much just pumps over to that silo over there. So let's go check the silo and see if it has anything. See, it's still at 0% here. So let's see, because our liquid manure was the canister on the other side of the plant, is what, you know, over by where the cows are at. See, now this is done. Okay, so now what is this thing supposed to be doing here? Because this plant is done. Did it put it over here now? No, it's still not. So where exactly is this plant putting it all? Is what I'd like to know. Let's bring this over here just in case and see if maybe we need to do something with it. Because I thought that that's what we're doing, is we fermented it and turned it into liquid manure. But it doesn't look like there's a reload key for it anywhere. So let's come back over here. Nope, there's nothing we need to be doing with it over there as well. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not too sure as to why it's not producing anything. I thought we were supposed to just dump it right into there and then it gets produced over here into this tanker. So let's move this out of the way. Maybe it just needs more, or maybe it's just not having enough just yet. So let's drop this load in there and see if this makes any difference. There we go, we'll drop all that off. There we go. Okay, so now let's come back over here. Because we just can't dump the fermented stuff into the trailer. Let's scoop up some more of this real quick. There we go. Believe it or not, it goes quite a long ways. You guys can see I've gotten quite a few scoops out of the fermented material over here. And the plant is still working on that. Let me make sure that I maybe I wasn't loading this in there right. Who knows? Let's see if I can't get it in here like this, maybe. Nope, doesn't look like it's still gonna work. I thought maybe I just wasn't putting it in there. Maybe I got a load from the back. We'll see if we have to load it from the back instead. Because they're saying in the wiki and stuff that you can load or you can pick it up out of the trailers, but I can't. Oh, it was dumping that time. Looks like it's dumping in the trailer. Unless I'm just spilling it out everywhere. See, it's at 98% right now. So let me back away from it and see if it'll actually spill out if I can lose. Oh. Huh. No, it looks like it is going in the trailer. Okay, so it was going in the trailer. Interesting. Let's check and see what our trailer's at, if it's at any percentage. Nope, the trailer's not getting any of it at all. So there's something else that we're missing here as far as getting that out of the plant and into our tanker. Our tanker's at 1%. Oh, that's what it is. We just need to put a lot more of it in there. That's exactly what it is. Okay, but I thought that tanker was for the liquid manure, though. I don't think I can... You need to fill... Okay, so... Huh. Not unless we use this thing. But see, this thing here is just to turn on the manure spreader, though. Yeah, see, we can't do anything with it in here. Alright, so let's back this out of here real quick. Yeah, so I'm having a hard time getting the fermented stuff into the trailer. It doesn't seem like it's working as well as I thought it was going to. Unless I'm just loading it wrong. Because right now we're turning that into liquid manure. We actually need to take this bucketed fermented stuff over to the greenhouses. But that's what's causing us the issue right now. So it doesn't look like it's filling it up. It's almost like I'm just spilling it out. Let's check our trailer and see if it's got anything in it. See, it's still at 0%, so maybe it's because the fermented stuff is so minimal. Let's just dump this whole bucket load in there and see if that makes a difference or not. And see if we at least have 1% in there. Okay, so there's a whole bucket load. Now let's check our trailer and see. Nope, trailer's still showing 0%, so that's not working either. Huh. So I'm wondering if we're really going to have to drive these tractor loads all the way up to the greenhouses. That's going to be kind of a bummer if that's the case. Because this is where we've got to do our fermenting here. Not unless I just move the storage and stuff up there, but you know what? That's probably what we should probably do, now that I think about it. I'll show you guys here in just a second. Let me dump this out. Okay, we're dumped out. Okay, so now let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. Let's go over to where the cows are. Okay, so this is where the greenhouses are. So currently I have them filled up with water. I brought my water tank up here with the tractor, filled them up. So I'm wondering, and I've also got the forklift here with the silage stuff. So I'm wondering if what we need to do is we need to mow some grass, like get a whole trailer load of grass, because I think what that's doing is that at that bioplant, it's just turning it into liquid manure. So I'm wondering if what we need to do is we need to come here and drop it off into this one, ferment it, compact it, ferment it, and then pick it up right from here and then put it into the greenhouses. I bet you anything that's probably what we're going to have to do. So, alright, well, I'll have to do that next episode and see how that pans out for us. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.